आनन्दं प्रयन्त्यपि संविशन्तीति सैषा भार्गवी वारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतिष्ठति अनन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुकर्ब्रह्मवर्धतेन महान् कीर्त्या यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः.
Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We welcome our Acharya Srimati Suryapriyaji and our guest of honor for today's function, Acharya Rangaji. Lighting a lamp symbolizes the transition from darkness to light, representing the victory of knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. Let us start the inaugural function with lighting of lamp, and we request Acharya Suryapriyaji and Acharya Rangaji to light the lamp. Let us all pray to Lord Dakshinamurti and seek more knowledge and wisdom. Deepo haratu me papam deepajyotir maheshwaraha shubham karoti kalyanam rogyam dhana sampadam shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute atmajyoti pratishtaya brahmajyotir namostute brahmajyoti pratishtaya gurujyotir namostute. May we now request Acharyajis to offer Pushpanjali to the Guru Parampara. Gururatmethi Mutibheda Vibhagine Vyomavaptyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Prananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayanam Sutra Bhasha Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Rastvandakaro Vairukarastan Nivartakaha Andakara Niroditvat Gururitya Bhidhiyate. Thank you. We welcome all the students who are present here and those online to the Nalanda batch of Advaita Bharati to this inaugural function and the first class on Introduction to Vedanta. Our heartfelt thanks, and we appreciate all the students who have joined Advaita Bharati for the first time. This decision that you have taken to enroll to study Vedanta, I am sure will turn out to be one of the best one in your lives. Today, Sunday evening here and different time zones, you could have done anything other than this that is more appealing. But having come and joined Vedanta, I think we appreciate your efforts. Let me introduce our teacher Acharya Suryapriya Rangarajan and the organization Advaita Bharati to all of you. Acharya Suryapriyaji is a Sampradaya teacher of Vedanta and a disciple of Pujya Swami Brahma Yogananda. She conducts several classes every week on various Upanishad texts, Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharatam for adults as well as for children, and several texts that are part of the foundational texts of Vedanta called the Prasthanatrayam. Her unique style of teaching makes it relevant to the current generation, and hence the young and the old come under one platform of Advaita Bharati to learn. A chartered accountant by qualification, she has dedicated her life to Vedanta teaching and has penned several texts on Shastram under guidance of her Guru. Introduction to Vedanta class has been planned as an outcome of the Vishnu Sahasranamam classes that went on for over a year. Many students were curious and keen to know more about self, world, God, and take a deep dive into the Upanishad and Shastram texts. I'm sure these classes will help one to bring cognitive change to their minds and will be a stepping stone for one to start learning Vedanta. I now take this opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Acharya Rangaji, and are thankful to him for accepting our invitation amidst his busy classes. Acharya Rangaji, as he is fondly called, is disciple of Guru Swami Brahma Yogananda and founder of Brahma Vidya Mandir, which is the abode of Shastras. That abode of Shastras is this very place where we have the inaugural class of Introduction to Vedanta. We, the knowledge seekers, are deeply indebted to him as we use this hall more frequently to conduct Advaita Bharati classes. A chartered accountant by qualification and born in family of Bhagavata Sampradaya, he has dedicated his entire life to teach Vedanta to all the seekers since he commenced in 2014. He takes special interest and spends considerable time in grooming the Gen Z as they are the future who will carry this Sampradaya forward. Before we request Acharyaji to bless us with his Ashirvada Bhashanam, may we request Gopalanji to felicitate Acharya Rangaji with garland as our token of love and affection. Twame Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Bhartaya Shuddha-jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. We now request Acharya Rangaji to give his Ashirvada Bhashanam.
Okay. இந்த 3 சேரும் ஃப்ரீயாக இருக்குல்ல, நீங்கள் இங்கே வந்துடும். இடம் ஃப்ரீயாக தான் இருக்கு. பண்ணமா? ஓம் சதாசிவசமாரம்பாம் சங்கராச்சாரிய மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சாரிய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். ஓம் So, Shri Venkatramji introduced me and he said, huh? Venkatramji introduced me and he said, we are all blessed that Acharyaji is here, etc. In fact, it is the other way around. Because to be part of a new beginning, that too a beginning which will end every other beginning or any more beginnings in your life. In that kind of a beginning, or to put it in a different way, it is the beginning that is going to end all beginnings. And Acharya Suryapriyaji and Advaita Bharati team have given me this opportunity to be part of this beginning and say a few words. And I consider that not just a honor, but a sheer blessing of Lord Meda Dakshinamurti and the entire Guru Parampara to see that I am fit to say a few words in this particular occasion. The reason why I am saying this, why I am putting across this, is not because I am trying to express my humility. I am not a person who is generally very expressive about the humility, because humility that is expressed is not humility. Humility is felt, humility is understood. Humility is never expressed. If you deliberately express your humility, it is not humility. Then what it is? Why am I putting forward these words that I am not a blessing for you people? In fact, it is a blessing for me to be part of here. The reason why I say that is the sheer rarity of this occasion that this group of people have joined together today. You may think that you would have come across information, leaflet or a WhatsApp message or a friend's forward or something, and therefore you want to just try out something new in your life, and therefore you wish to join this introduction to Vedanta. While it may appear so, to be part of this particular beginning, it is actually your personal journey that you have been treading for many lives together. How do I say this? Do I say this out of my own imagination? Or do I say this just to make you all feel good today? No. Not just that. Yes, I definitely want you all to feel very good about it, but not merely through words of some appreciation. Bhagavan Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, if it is Bhagavan Krishna, it is Bhagavad Gita, he tells to Arjuna, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabaha. He says, it is Bahunam Janmanam. It is out of many births that a person becomes capable of learning something about Ishwara, who is the very consciousness that abides as the self in every being. That is the knowing principle that makes you know this world, that makes you know yourself as an individual entity, and that because of which everything exists. So, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. So, over births, birth after birth after birth, there are multiple relationships that you would have gone through. In previous birth, who was your mother? Who was your father? We may not know. Sometimes if you get lucky with a proper astrologer, that too the Vaitishwaran Kovil that is there here, and if he is really a very honest and real astrologer you get with him, there is some kind of Nadi Joshyam or something where it is said that they reveal all that details relating to previous birth. Maybe 1 or 2 births are not more than that. So, we have had a father, we have had a mother. In other words, we have had fathers, we have had mothers, we have had brothers, we have had sisters, we have had every name a relationship. We will have a plurality across many births that we have had. But all across every birth, there is one relationship that has been singular, and you had always related with him. That has not changed. So birth to birth, whom you call as mother or father definitely will change, and it has to change. Otherwise suddenly your previous birth mother you go and start calling mother. Like in the Fevicol ad, have you seen that advertisement? Huh? Suddenly a Sardar boy jumps out of the bus, runs into a bangla. In that bangla, okay, there is an old woman sitting. And he looks at that old woman, says, "Hey Sujata, enna pannindrukke?" That Sardar boy suddenly starts speaking Tamil because he remembers that old party, old grandmother who is sitting was his wife in previous birth. And he remembers everything because the furniture that he was using, which was stuck with the Fevicol, that makes him bring all the memory. Therefore, Fevicol atut jod. Janmum ka jod Fevicol. That is the concept. I like that advertisement very much. Thank God we don't have anything like that, and we suddenly keep calling. Suddenly we see that in our own colony we have 2 mothers, 5 fathers, 7 grandmothers all walking. We don't have like that. So one mother, one father, that is all we remember. That is good. But are you not interested in knowing that one person, the relationship with whom has not changed across births? Definitely yes. Somebody whom has been relating with you unconditionally, somebody with whom you don't know whether you related yourself with him or not, or sparingly you would have related sometimes. And that person is called Ishwara. Okay. Why is that birth to birth your knowledge transformation is cumulative and not truncated? Is because the relationship with Ishwara, about whom you are gaining knowledge, is a single constant that is continuing birth after birth. Okay, so even of the relationships we have, we can divide them into 2 parts. One is the permanent relationships or ship, or temporary relationships. I am sure you will not be much interested about the temporary. As far as the temporary relationships are concerned, this Janma, this father, this mother, yes, I know about them. Previous Janma, previous father, previous mother, I don't have any good means to know. Even if somebody tells, I don't have any good trust on that fellow to believe him or take it to be true. So just leave it aside. But there is an authentic source which talks about the relationship that you have been continuing from Janma to Janma, birth to birth. And that person is called Ishwara. And the very purpose of taking one birth to another birth, is to understand this relationship. What is this relationship between that person and me? More interestingly, that person has always been interested in you. Every single day he proposes to you. Okay, that he loves you from his heart. But we keep ignoring. We have ignored him for many lives together. Probably we did something great in the previous birth, or something exalted as per the Vedas in this birth, that our tendency to ignore that permanent relationship has come down. So now today I am sitting among that group of people who have taken this one single permanent relationship very seriously. I am only giving a frame to what happened to you that has brought you to this forum. I am talking not out of my experience, I am not talking out of my imagination, but I am talking out of the words of that very same person who is trying to relate to you and who is trying to reveal himself to you in full. No secrets. That kind of a person who is ready to shower unconditional love towards you, who has always been showering unconditional love towards you and who is also ready to shower you, has now reached a point where he doesn't want to have this relationship continued to the next birth. What is this? He's been so compassionate, he's been so lovely, that every birth he has been unconditionally loving me, and suddenly you are saying that that person doesn't want to have this relationship going to the next birth. What are you trying to communicate? That is the promise. That person loves you so much and loves you so much unconditionally that he doesn't want to keep a relationship in between so that there is a gap between you and him. He is so compassionate. When two people feel so attracted towards each other, okay, in any sense, what is that they try to do? They hug each other. When somebody embraces the other person, what is the message that is conveyed? Come on, let there not be any gap between you and me. Let you and me feel one. Okay? So, much in that very sense, that person, Ishwara, wants to get away with this word God relationship. He wants to make you feel the fact, he wants to make you realize the fact that there is absolutely no gap between you and him. Just that you have been thinking that he is far away from you and you have been yearning for him and he has been blessing you from somewhere. Now Bhagavan has decided that enough is enough. Let's no more this business of me blessing you, you earning for me, you singing that song, Ni Dayaradu. You heard that song? all that singing, all that crying, and Bhagavan coming from breaking the roof, coming, and again you fixing the roof, all that is over. No more. All that is enough is enough. He says, just get introduced to the truth that you are no different from me. So once that cognition happens, once that union, the fact of the unity that I am the very essence of this universe which pervades everything, the essence, when I say the word I and when I use the word self, the essence of it and the essence of all that is here is one and the same. If that fact is introduced to you, then there is no more second entity to whom you have to relate to. So today we are in that juncture of the journey where we want to end this journey. In other words, we have to understand that the destination that we are seeking is an already achieved destination. Since it is an already achieved destination and still we are looking for the destination, it is no more a problem of making a right journey. It is only the problem of understanding that I don't have to tread anymore. So Vedanta is a subject that will introduce to you this fact, that will take you through this fact and rigorously help you understand the fact that despite all the limitations which are only seeming, the reality of yourself is no different from the reality of Ishwara with whom you have been relating all these janmas. So I feel blessed today to witness such a grand Jivatma Paramatma Kalyanam. So when you go to Gauri Kalyanam or Radha Kalyanam or Sita Kalyanam, who is blessed? The people who attend the marriage are blessed, the divine marriage. So today is the day where when we are going to do the Nichaya Tambulam, Nichidartham, that as we call. In that Nichidartham, I am being given the blessing or privilege of reading out the Lagna Patrika. And the Lagna Patrika reads that Ishwara, the Ishwara, in the form of his own agent, his own image, as your Acharya, Suryapriyaji, is going to make you understand that you are not an individual entity, but the entity that pervades all that is here. So such a beautiful and an auspicious moment that I have been called to and speak a few words is definitely a blessing of Ishwara upon me. So instead of directly thanking Ishwara, I want to thank Ishwara through Venkatramji, through Advaita Bharati team and Acharya Suryapriyaji to have given me this opportunity and consider me fit of talking few words here. So as a concluding note, what you have got is an opportunity of a lifetime, not a lifetime, an opportunity of lifetimes. So take it very seriously. If there is something that you are going to do seriously about yourself, it is this thing, the knowing the reality about yourself. So don't let this opportunity go away. Okay? Let the small bud called Introduction to Vedanta flower and become a fruit of your Nitya Mukti as a final fruit, which Acharya Suryapriyaji is well versed, well capable and very, very skillful At the same time, very, very compassionate to hold your hand and take you through this entire journey and ensure that each one of you become the receptacle of that knowledge by which you are going to realize the fact that the self is but the divine manifestation of all that is here. With that note, I will now rest my discussion. Hari Om.
We now request Acharya Suryapriyaji to start the introduction class.